Hey, it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. Kelly, she is pregnant, and Stacy Keibler is the new WWE legend that is going to the Hall of Fame. Marquelworld, I post at least 3 times a week. Sub to the channel, the YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, follow. It's Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. Now let's get on to the gossip. Stacy Keibler, yes, Stacy Keibler, she is going to be in the Hall of Fame. It has been announced, and I'm very excited for her. We know her from Nitro. We know her at what? Miss Hancock? Is that what she used to call herself? I remember her from the Ruthless Aggression era on her long legs. I remember her from the GameCube days, Day Reckoning. I think she was on the cover. A lot of people are saying she's undeserving of that privilege, which I have to disagree. She was a fan of the product before she became part of the wrestling industry. There is a photo going around on my favorite source. My favorite source is Twitter, and there is a photo of her at Nitro before she was even a superstar on Nitro, her attending as a fan. And I want to give a shout out to the Young Bucks. You know, they're one of the best tag teams alive. I'm wearing their t-shirt. Yay, Young Bucks. But let's get back to it. Stacy Keibler, I feel like she kind of deserves to be on the Hall of Fame because she spent a lot of time and energy. Well, I'm not going to say that because you guys are going to dog me and say that's anybody that's part of WWE. But what I do respect about her, she was entertaining. So WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, she brought the E, the entertainment. I remember her in the WrestleMania match. What was it, tag team bikini match, lingerie match. So she always brought the entertainment. I always loved her intro. I know her intro with her legs. That was always entertaining to watch. She was on Day Reckoning too, the cover. So she is a popular star back in the day. I remember the RKO. I am tired. I need to go to sleep after this. The RKO was done to her, and I was, as a kid, I was like, what the? Oh, wow. He just RKO'd her. So, she took a lot of bumps. She got beat up. A lot of wrestlers such as Victoria, and I think somebody else said that they used to go really hard on her. So she paid her dues. She traveled. She even said, I remember this on the forums, that she didn't want to be the WWE Women's Champion when she had that opportunity. She was facing Trish. They wanted to give her the belt, and Stacy said no, she doesn't deserve that privilege. So she earned my respect for that. Kelly is pregnant. And that is good news because she had a miscarriage before. She opened up about it. And I'm glad she opened up about the miscarriage because there's a lot of women that experienced that. And it's so happy to see that she announced her pregnancy because now it's a healthy baby, it looks like. She's a lot of months pregnant. I think she only has 2 months left. I don't know how far she is, but that's good because she shared her journey on how she had that miscarriage. And now look at her 2 years later or a year later, she's pregnant with a baby. I hope it's a healthy baby when it comes. Let's get on to the gossip. The gossip is Stacy Keibler. A lot of y'all are saying that she doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame. A lot of y'all are saying that Victoria should be on the Hall of Fame on Twitter and on Facebook. I do feel like Victoria should be in the Hall of Fame. I will not deny that, but I don't want to take away from Stacy Keibler. I'm not surprised considering that she's part of the WWE games. When they added her last year on the game, I was like, oh, I think she's going to the Hall of Fame because usually they don't add female superstars on the game unless they're a Hall of Famer. They don't add a lot of people on the games who don't have a contract, unless they're a Hall of Famer or they're a Hall of Famer that's coming. We have this with Trish Stratus. She was still in all the WWE games after she retired. Well, she was in most of them. Then she got in the Hall of Fame. Lita was in most of the video games. Then she got in the Hall of Fame. I even think Beth Phoenix, after she retired, she was still in like one game as a legend. I'm like, oh, she's going to the Hall of Fame. Then she was in the Hall of Fame. Then when I saw Stacy Keibler, I'm like, oh, she's going to the Hall of Fame since she's in the game. Now she's in the Hall of Fame. So the gossip is WWE 2K, they know who's going to be in the Hall of Fame before we know. So Eve Torres is supposedly supposed to be the woman legend of WWE 2K23. She's going to be part of the game. Don't be surprised if they announce her next year or the year after that she's part of the Hall of Fame because she's part of the game. So clearly they're trying to work something with her if they were going to add her in WWE 2K23. Why else? They probably think she's Hall of Fame worthy. They're not just adding her to the game just because she used to wrestle. I mean, if that's the case, why isn't Nydia, Christy Hemme, or anybody else part of the game? So the rumor is that Eve Torres might be in the Hall of Fame maybe next year or the year after. Kelly, there was a lot of rumors that she was going to return, but let's shut those rumors down. She's pregnant, she's healthy, she has a healthy baby. I think she's going to put her eggs in that basket. So there goes that rumor. I'm going to post a lot. I'm going to post a lot this week, maybe 5 times. I keep it at 3 times a week. This is the first video this week. It's a little dead Tuesday, so I was going to talk about Stacy Keibler and Kelly since both of those are breaking news in the wrestling world. This is Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling. In my life, I'm very exhausted. I had a long day at work, so if I'm slurring my words, all that, I'm just very tired and exhausted. And I took some NyQuil before this video. This is Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. It's YouTube, baby. If you're watching on YouTube, you better sub to that channel. If you're watching on TikTok, oh shoot, I'm kind of new to this TikTok. I always had a TikTok, but I'm new at posting. I just started posting last week my YouTube content. If you're on TikTok, follow. I won't say like, because I'm not sure if you can like it. I think you can heart it. So heart it, comment, but make sure you follow. And my questions for you, because we love to gossip on Marquelworld. Do you think that Eve Torres is going to be the next WWE woman to be inducted in the Hall of Fame? Do you think that Stacy Keibler deserves it? I think she deserves it because she traveled a lot. She, took a lot of bumps. She even said she wasn't the best wrestler. She even admitted that she thought that she wasn't worthy enough for the titles, if that's true. So she gave my respect that she did that. But she took a lot of bumps, and she was the first one who was willing to take the widow's peak because she loved taking those bumps and making the wrestlers that were really good look like money. So I think she deserves it, but if you don't, say it if you want to. The other gossip that we were going to talk about, with Eve Torres, if you think she should be in the Hall of Fame, you can say that as well. Kelly, if you really thought she was going to return full-time, I don't think so, especially with her wrestling skills. I'm not bashing her because I do like her. I grew up watching her as well. It's not her fault, the era she came from, the improper training, so you can't blame her. But I don't know if she could keep up with today's women, especially because she wasn't really, they should have trained her more, put more energy in training her, which I think WWE did not do. Won't say they failed her. Don't know the circumstances, so I can't say. Maybe she never caught on. Maybe she didn't have enough time, or maybe she didn't really need to know how to wrestle back then, since half the time they were just there for eye candy. But Marquelworld, I'm tired. Deuce.